Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am live. This is 8:30 and this is your property news update. Hi, I'm Rick Gannon. Welcome back to my channel. So good morning, it is bang on 8:30, you can't knock me for that. So folks, good morning, welcome back to my property news. I'm here every day at 8:30 live, sharing all of the latest UK breaking property news, so you don't have to go out there looking for it. Now we do have some rules here. You've got to say hello and you've got to tell me where you're from. Then we do the shout outs. Now before we start folks, please do stick around to the end. I'm running a 4-day property masterclass next Monday. Now this is live, it's going to be streamed on Facebook. It's 1 hour a day starting from Monday. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Now it's for 1 hour, that's all. And I'm going to go through all of the major strategies and pick them apart for you to help you understand how you can get started in property yourself. Now, there is a cost, it's £5. It's £5. Facebook take 40% of that. I make about £1.75 before tax. So it's hardly going to make me any money. But to log on to that, folks, you've got to go to https://bit.ly/Rick Property. Okay, there are 8 spaces left. We only do these for 50 people because it's online. The interaction on these programs are tremendous. It's a very good, excellent, in fact, 4 days, folks. So you won't get value like it. All right, so let's do the shout outs before we go into the news. Good morning, Marilise and Mark. Good morning to Muddy Carney from Romford. Good morning, Steve from Devon, and Pippa watching from Cornwall. Nadia, good morning from Peckham. Good morning, Raj from Ashford in Surrey. Good morning, Julie. Sunny but cold Hemel shared. I'm writing an interesting article on stamp duty land tax. Okay, awesome. Let me know, Julie, and then we'll see if we can get that published out there for you. Good morning, Patrick from Market Deeping. And Peter from Ipswich. Good morning, Phyllis. Nice to see you this morning from London. Good morning, Michael from Devon. Michelle, good morning from Wandsworth. And Mario from London. And Carol, good morning to you as well. Doesn't say where you're watching from, though. All right, let's get on with the news today. Today's Tuesday. A tax specialist says the Hmrc has amended its guidance on stamp duty in such a way as to suggest many buy-to-let investors may have overpaid. Wow. Cornerstone Tax, a stamp duty advisory practice, found that the additional dwelling supplement, the 3% stamp duty surcharge, which was introduced in 2016, could only apply where the transaction consisted wholly of residential property. The practice found that in certain circumstances, the default minimum rate of 1%, which remained on the statute book, was actually still in force. Now a statement from Cornerstone says, after several legal cases between Cornerstone Tax and Hmrc over 4 years, Hmrc has recently amended its online guidance to reflect this correction. Due to the incorrect guidance, many developers and investors have paid 3% on the residential element of a multiple dwellings relief claim and not the 1% minimum rate that they were eligible for. Startling, the company adds, in most cases, this amounts to a 200% overpayment of the tax that was due. Wow. David Hanna, Cornerstone's chairman and chief executive, says, as a firm, we will continue to challenge and legally challenge incorrect Hmrc interpretations of the law. Where we believe it is in the taxpayer's best interest, we have currently have a number of cases before the courts on multiple dwellings relief, mixed use properties and other important issues to the tax-paying public. We believe that it is vital to clarify exactly what the law means to ensure that taxpayers are not at risk of paying too much tax simply because the revenue chooses to word their guidance in a manner which favours them. It remains to be seen how many cases of overpayment have occurred, but at Cornerstone's Tax, we are aware of several cases where the overpayment amounts to several hundreds of thousands of pounds. The total bill for repayments could run into tens of millions of pounds, given the popularity of convert to rent and convert to sell schemes, which have been run on commercial properties in the last 4 years. What do you think about that, folks? I mean, do you think you're going to be in for a little bit of that? Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Melinda from Watford. Good morning, Chris. What time will we be streaming the course? So, Chris, it starts at 11, I believe. I believe it's 11. It's either 10 a.m. or 11. I'll have to check. So it's 11 just for an hour each day. So it's the total of 4 hours over the 4 days. Good morning, Susan from Forteventura. Good morning to Michelle from Wandsworth. Lots of people still saying good morning. Lots of people just giving loads of shout outs again. Good morning, Mandy, and good morning, Mihaela. So yeah, folks, the program is going to be running on Monday. There are only a few tickets left. There's not a lot because we only do this for a maximum of 50 people. So the link is here, bit.ly/Rick Property. Get yourselves booked on and I'll see you live. When we do these live events, I think last time we had 45 people on, nice and small, over 300 comments because of the way that we run it. It's very interactive, massive value. You'll absolutely love it, folks. Next today, a London council has confirmed its right to refuse licences to criminal landlords, even reformed ones. A story in the East London Guardian has said Nasim Hussain and her daughter Farina took the Waltham Forest Council to court after the family's licences for 29 rented properties were revoked and 7 applications for new licences were refused. The 2 women argued the council was wrong to deny them licences because convictions against Nasim Hussain and her husband back in 2016 were spent. That is, a rehabilitation period had expired without the individuals committing any further crimes. The newspaper says that in May 2016, Nasim Hussain lied in her licence application for 4 homes, claiming they did not need gas safety certificates because they had no gas appliances. She had told the same lie about 21 other homes the previous year and got certificates for the properties only when forced to do so by the council. Her husband later pleaded guilty to forgery and was fined £1,000, whilst Mrs. Hussain was fined £40,000 after pleading guilty to knowingly or recklessly supplying false information. Following the recent Court of Appeal's decision, a council spokeswoman said it is important that tenants who rent in the private sector can rely on their landlords to manage in a responsible way and to provide safe and secure accommodation. Where a landlord flouts their legal obligations and cuts corners to expose tenants to unnecessary risks, it is only right that we can take this action into account when deciding whether the landlord ought to be involved in the day-to-day letting and management of their rental home. Next today, landlords considering taking advantage of the government's new Green Homes grant are being warned of a surge in cowboy building works. Sheffield-based SSB Law, a dispute resolution firm specialising in professional negligence, has seen an influx in breaches of contract and negligent claims as a result of a previous government scheme, and now believes the short 6-month timeframe under the new Green Homes grant could lead to some tradesmen cashing in. The firm has revealed that the energy company's obligation government scheme, which launched in 2013, led to a surge in defective works for cavity wall insulation and solar panel insulation. A survey has suggested that approximately 43% of the 14 million homes which had cavity wall insulation fitted as part of the scheme were found to have had defective works carried out. and have since been affected by damp as a consequence to the suspected negligence. Repairs can cost between $25,000 and $130,000 in some cases. Entire walls have had to be removed, cleaned and rebuilt, and the lack of suitable monitoring and auditing of the works ultimately led to an investigation into Ofgem's handling of the scheme. Now, Jeremy Brooks, who is the SSB Law's chief exec, has warned that the government's new energy efficiency drive may produce a repeat result. Under the government's new Green Homes grant, which launched last month, landlords and owner-occupiers in England can apply for grants of up to £10,000 to make their homes more energy efficient, including the fitting of cavity wall or loft insulation, solar thermal panels, or double or triple glazing. The £2 billion scheme will support more than 600,000 homes before it closes in March next year. The 6-month time frame for the scheme is much too short and will undoubtedly put pressure on tradespeople to take advantage of the increase in jobs available, especially in the current economic climate. Now, this time-limited frame is unfair on the majority who perform the work well and to a high standard, but need time to complete works effectively and correctly. If we see the same rate of defective work as in previous schemes, we could be looking at over 25,000 homes which will be impacted, as negligent home improvement work and the subsequent damage is often only noticeable after several years or comes to fruition after several severe weather. Many homeowners may simply be unaware that they are living in a damaged or dangerous property. So they're urging homeowners themselves to triple check the qualifications and the standards of tradespeople that they hire and insist on the required pre-installation surveys to be carried out before any work is agreed. So have you managed to apply, folks, for the Green Homes Grant Scheme? Lots of people have, and lots of people have come up with loads of barriers. Let me know. Just comment now. Have you applied? If you have, was it easy? Were you able to get correspondence back, or are you still waiting? Sarah saying a bit late in today from Lymington. Tracy, good morning from Horncastle. Mark saying need to look at stamp duty land tax. We paid on commercial property, now converted to residential. I think we paid 3%. Have a look at that, Mark. You may very well be due a refund. Good morning, Yvonne from, doesn't say where you're from. Good morning, David. Lots of people still saying good morning. Folks, don't forget, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for 1 hour every day, I'm running a 4-day property masterclass. This is going to talk about all of the strategies. I'm going to unpick them for you. It is exclusive. It is live. It's on Facebook, only on my page, but you do have to register. There is a cost. It's £5 on $5.99. Facebook take virtually all of that. It's just a way of bringing an exclusive presentation to you rather than doing it over the general public forum. And by doing that, we get more interaction and it's much more value for you. So I would love to see you on that. Click on the link here. It's in the comments, or you can't click on it. You might have to type it into your browser. Next on today's list, a lettings agency is in the news because it has asked a student to stop using a specific room in a property to conform with HMO rules. The issue has come to light at the beginning of last month when one student was asked to vacate the room which she had been using, and in the words of the newspaper, as a spacious bedroom. The head of property management at North Oxford Property Services asked the student, one of 5 sharing the property in the city, in an email. The local Oxford Mail newspaper reproduced the email, which reads, and I quote, "I have been made aware that the ground floor back bedroom is currently being used as a bedroom. I am afraid that this is not prohibited as per the HMO licence. Therefore, please can I ask that all items be removed from this room as a matter of urgency, and it is no longer to be used under any circumstances. It then needs to be locked shut, of which you can buy a padlock for. If this request is ignored, and the landlord should be approached by any governing body and enforcement to be taken, then you could also be implicated. The student who appears to have contacted the local media about the incident says when she viewed the property prior to taking on the tenancy, the same room was being used as a bedroom by previous residents. In a statement to the Oxford Mail, the NOPS says that HMO licence forbids the use of that room as a bedroom, as it does not have adequate light, as it's a high-level window and does not meet the HMO requirements. The agency added, "We have worked tirelessly with the council to ascertain whether anything can be altered to facilitate the use of the room as an adequate sixth bedroom. It cannot. However, we have managed to obtain it can be used as a second living area, not a bedroom." I have no idea why that made the news. Isn't that normal? If it's not suitable to be used as a room, then that's okay to ask the tenants not to use it unless they've signed an exclusivity AST contract for that particular room. Don't see what the problem is there personally. Carol, you haven't applied yet for your Green Homes grant. Steve saying you've applied recently, nothing heard yet. Okay, any more comments coming in there, folks? Are we done for today? We are done. All right, folks, I'd love to see you next week on my 4-day program. The link is here. It's a £5. I'd love to see you over there. There's only a few tickets left because we only do 50. We don't do more than 50. So I can keep it nice and personal so we can do lots of questions, lots of answers, lots of workshops, and we can work together. Although it's on Facebook, we can't do it in a room. So we do it on Facebook now. It just makes for a much, much nicer environment. So that's it from me today, folks. I'd love to see you over there. Here's the link, bit.ly/Rick Property. I'll see you, obviously, if you register over there. And if you don't, I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'll see you back here at 8:30. Don't forget, folks, please do click on that link that says bit.ly/property and click on that subscribe button as well. Why not? See you later. Hi, I'm Rick Gannon. Welcome back to my channel.